My name is Tumi Adeyemi. I'm the CEO and founder of Zenolink Technology Limited, the technology service provider for LagosRide. LagosRide came as a result of the plan of this administration to alleviate some of the problems around transportation for Lagosians. So it started way back in 2019 at the inception of the administration, when Mr. Governor and part of his ESCO members took a trip to China, and there was a conversation around setting up an automobile assembly plant here in Lagos. That conversation was between Lagos State Government and Choice International Group, which is the franchise owner for the GAC brand of vehicles in Nigeria, to make a statement to the partners as to the viability of Lagos State in terms of that investment. Lagos State decided to make an investment in the transaction by taking the first 1,000 units of cars, right? A combination of SUVs and sedans, and those cars are what then transferred into what we call LagosRide today. So that is how LagosRide came about. The idea that we can solve our own problems. So LagosRide is set up to be that model for what smart mobility can look like. We are trying to satisfy all the criteria for what an excellent and efficient mobility service, what it should look like. We're trying to deliver an excellent experience to Lagosians. So the inspiration for us is that need to solve our problems by ourselves.
It's been exciting and not at the same time. It's been challenging, it's been educational as well. It's exciting because most of the issues that we are solving are actual real life issues, and challenging in the sense that it's a behavioral issue as well that we're trying to also solve. So I have had to learn the hard way about how people think and how people like to be served. So over the time, we churned out features that we had assumed that people are going to use in a certain way, and they end up using it in another way. So it's been a series of lessons actually, and also my experience, there's been challenges as well, e.g. stakeholder management, and most of the time there are conversations that are had in rooms where your paycheck can't even get you into. So you have to deal with saying no most of the time in a polite way and not entering into mortal combat with anybody.
My LagosRide experience has been inspiring to me, myself, as a person, to say if we set our mind and our heart to something, it's a matter of time. We will get it done if we don't give up.
I'm Victor Taiwo, Head of Operation Technology for LagosRide, stroke data analyst. They are the one doing the business. And my experience with them, from their character to their way of life, have actually has been giving me a new phase of study in life, because there are some of them that just have to study, just have to watch what they are doing, and at the end you have to draw your conclusion from the results you are seeing. There are some that they are friendly, but their performance is not friendly. There are some they are not friendly, but their performance is friendly. So you just have to manage between the two.
My name is Olushola Umarege. I'm the Admin Operations Manager for LagosRide. The fact that new, it takes some time to just adhere to the structure, so to say. And then we also have the drivers that have seen the future, the vision, right? And have just keyed into the Lagos Ride vision. And yeah, so both ways has been great and bad as well.
The idea that you would do something or you try to do something and people would have, or people will take it the wrong way. And I think we dealt with this in the first 6 months of our launch.
Problem we are trying to solve requires a lot of learning and unlearning. And then because the brand is also associated with the government, there's a little bit of pushback. I don't know if you get my point. There's a little bit of pushback and people feel like, I don't know, there's just that challenge with getting through to people to let them understand that this is a product that was built for you in mind and not an anti-other ride-hailing solution kind of, scheme.
I felt like, come on, give us a chance. Like, just give us the benefit of a doubt, right? We've put in so much work and just see what this can throw out, right? But thankfully, we were able to weather that storm, and today we are good to go.
Managing people generally can be challenging, because we have just all sorts, so to say. So I think managing the drivers would be the biggest challenge.
In any system, in any business, in any organization that you find yourself, your biggest assets and liabilities are the people, right? And it does not mean they are bad or good. It just means how they are able to connect the value and the skill set that they have to the objective that you've set ahead of them.
Our challenges being in phases are not just particular, I don't want to be particular about one. So from onboarding to the operations and to the riders conversion. So there was a time that we had issues onboarding our drivers, because there was a time that drivers were not coming to make payments. There was a time that we are not getting riders as we expected. There was a time that our operations is not eating as we expected. And even presently, what we are in presently is the availability challenges of our vehicles and also of drivers. So it has been in phases.
For every time I see a Lagos Ride driver and they share their experience with me, how Lagos Ride has been able to impact their life, how they are better off, they are in a better position in life, they are in a better station in life. Someone sent a message to me how he was feeling suicidal before Lagos Ride. I've met people, someone told me his ambition or his dream for that year, for year 2022, was to get a brand new car. Even though he didn't have any money, he didn't know how that was going to happen, but Lagos Ride made it happen. For every time we get feedbacks from our riders saying, oh, it was an excellent service, the drivers are well-mannered, well-trained, those are the happy moments for me, and it never ends, really.
If I may say, I would say it's actually the team behind the entire scheme, from the top to the bottom. I would always tell operations that I give them a big kudos for what they are doing, because it takes a lot to manage drivers, to manage humans. So, I mean, that part of the entire scheme, beside the technology that was built, if that other part was not attended to, everything will built to fail. I mean, if the drivers are not happy, if the vehicles are not available, if they're not maintained properly and all that, the entire scheme would fail. So from the marketing team to doing their bit and ensuring that product knowledge is being shared out there, to the just basically the entire team, to the engineering team that we have as well. Those guys are like little minions. I mean, they work non-stop to ensure that we have a good product, and we take feedbacks as well. I think it's also the way we monitor what's in the market. We have sprints every now and then. So this is not just one of those initiatives that people build products and just leave it in the market for it to run. We actually stay, look at the data, analyze it, ask questions, do user research, and then use that to actually modify and upgrade the product.
We want to be able to move mobility away from something you just do to something that becomes a part of your life.
So we are currently working on the version 2. So things to expect will be ease of use, sweeter interface, something that's interesting to interact with. I keep saying that what we had built initially was not a version 1. It was basically something to test the market. That was our MVP. Just wanted to know what the market is saying, how people want to be served, how people really want to move. And we've taken all that information and we are coming up with the main LagosRide app. So
at the end of the day, we really want to be your friend. We want to be your partner in progress. We want to be just somewhere under your skin, subtle, just following you. Like that still voice that speaks but not loud. We don't want to make noise. We just want to be your silent partner as you progress in life and experience life in all of its forms.
LagosRide.
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 LagosRide is one.
LagosRide is one.
LagosRide is one.
Happy first anniversary, LagosRide.
Happy first year anniversary, LagosRide.